has heard the saying that you never get a second chance to make a first impression? Who has heard that? Good, me too. That saying is so true most of the time. But there are occasions when that saying can blind you from reality. Contest chair, judges, fellow Toastmasters, and yes, think about the times when first impressions matter. For example, the job interview. Who has been on one of those? I've been on hundreds myself. Another example, the first date. Who's been on one of those? Hopefully everyone here. I've been on thousands of those myself. Yeah. I am married now. In either case, you would not go dressed with torn, dirty jeans. You wouldn't go with unwashed, frizzed out hair. Plus, you would not go unshaven. And this pertains to men also. You gotta believe me, it's true. You want to go looking your absolute best. Because you know that if you do not make that first impression, there is no second chance. No way. But there are times in life where first impressions can actually hurt. For example, aging. Think about that. You see a little white hair, a few wrinkles on the forehead, and right away we think, well, he's over the hill. He moves slow. He looks slow. That's tired. We do it to other people, and what's even worse, we do it to ourselves. Me, dance, play tennis, and if I was Dwayne Smith, me, run from a Rottweiler? Are you kidding? If I saw a Rottweiler, I'm in flight. I'm not there to fight. But it's time that we start to change our perceptions of aging. I'd like to share a story with you. This is a real story. It happened 5 years ago, and it was a hot summer day. It was 90 degrees. It was 95% humidity. It was so hot that if you sat in the shade and relaxed, you would break into a sweat. Now, normal people in weather like that like to sit in the air-conditioned indoors. Right? I chose to play handball outdoors under the hot sun. And I was even able to rope in a lunatic handball partner of mine. Now, as we started playing, we realized it really was hot. We had no choice but to just slowly lob the ball, take our time, and if the ball rolled off the court, instead of doing our usual trot to retrieve the ball, we would just walk slowly, pick up the ball, and carry it like as if it were 20 pounds back to the court. Now, as we were wrapping up, ready to go back to work, across the courts came two 15-year-olds. Really cool, tough-looking, strong-looking teenagers, and with testosterone bursting through their veins. You could feel it in your soul. These guys had chips on their shoulders, and they wanted our court. Now, it wasn't so much that they challenged us for the court, it was the way they did it, in a mocking, condescending way. We want your court. You want to challenge us? Now, I did have to get back to work, but this was one challenge I could not turn down. So the game got underway. And very quickly, my partner and I realized that these two confident teenagers could not play handball. Now, typically, I tend to be a passionate competitor. I don't like to humiliate my opponents. I've been there many times myself. But this time, there was no room for mercy. And so when the score reached 20-5 in our favor, and mind you, 21 is the winning score, the stronger, faster of our opponents called that singles. And what that meant was that that stronger player would play singles against my partner. By the way, did I tell you my partner was a woman? Even more reason for a 50-year-old to want to score. So he scored the most dreaded serve in handball. He served a high lob. The ball hit the top of the wall, arced upward. It dropped right in front of my partner's feet. Did I tell you my partner was a female? Did I tell you she's older than me? It was an amazing serve. But what was more amazing was how she scooped the ball off the ground. She hit the ball to the corner and got a killer. 10 seconds later, we won 21-5. Our opponents were shattered. They were shocked. And they were shamed. They slowly walked off the course. And they never came back. Now, I did have some compassion after all, because what I did not tell them was that my partner was my 70-year-old mother. Picture it. 15-year-old strong guys, 70-year-old senior citizen with white hair and wrinkles. My message is not that you have to play handball to stay young, but you need to move. And if you forget my speech by the time you get home, that's okay. If you forget that you were here by the time you get home, that's okay. But what I pray and beg is that everyone remember this one message, because we've been getting it in reverse in our culture. We don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because we stop moving. When you stay in motion, you will avoid being blinded by age, and you will live life to its fullest. Contest chair.